Hey guys, I'm Elizabeth with the Silver Scissor, and I'm here to talk to you about what I've been stitching and some stitchy plans. It's been a while. I want to say it's been like 5 months or something. We get so busy in the fall with my son's mountain biking. We're gone all the time to go see the bike races all around the state, and I just didn't get to it, but I've been stitching. I just haven't done a Flosstube. But I have had people reach out to me and ask where I was, and I appreciate that so much. Thanks for letting me know that you care even when I'm not currently doing videos. I totally meant to do one at Christmas. I wanted to show you a bunch of Christmas stuff that I have made over the years. I've got several Christmas quilts and a tree skirt, and the stockings that I've made my kids are wool applique, things like that I would like to show you, but I didn't get to it at Christmas either. We've just been kind of crazy. Hopefully things are settling down. My husband and I got back from a cruise this last week. So I'm hoping, I kept thinking between Christmas and the time that we left, I was thinking that I should do another one, but I thought, oh, I'll just wait till after and it'll be fine. And so I never did one, and so now we got back Wednesday, so here I am. We went to, it's okay, just close it. We flew into Fort Lauderdale, and then we went to the Bahamas, and then Puerto Rico, then St. Thomas, and then back to the Bahamas, and then home on Wednesday. We were celebrating our 20th wedding anniversary, which was in December, but we got married the week before Christmas, and at the time we were engaged, we thought, well, so we got engaged right before school started for the fall semester. So we kind of thought, okay, we'll get married at Christmas time, and then, anyway, not a big deal. It doesn't matter if we miss Christmas this one year. Well, we pretty much miss our anniversary every year because we can't leave the kids or miss out on family parties and things like that at Christmas. So anyway, we end up skipping, and this year was our 20th, and so we decided, okay, we'll go on a cruise. Usually we just go to dinner or something, and that's about it. So anyway, we just got home. It was nice and sunny the whole time we were gone, and we got home to snow. In Utah, school doesn't get canceled very often for snow. My parents were watching our kids, and they had a late start one day, which means they started 2 hours late. And yeah, school just does not get canceled very often in Utah for snow. So anyway, I also have to wear my glasses. I took my last pair of contacts on the cruise with us, and I had been to the eye doctor, and then he just gave me a prescription, but he gave me a trial pair to see if I liked them. And I should have ordered them before we left, but I didn't get to it. And I wore my glasses on the way home, and my contacts must have leaked or something, because when I pulled them out again, they were completely dry. So, glasses today. I've actually been wearing them a lot. I've got super dry eyes. I've got really bad eyesight. Like, I'm like -725 in one eye and 550 or -550 in the other. And so sometimes I have to wear my glasses to stitch. I cannot see well enough in my contacts to do it. But I've also had a really dry eye lately, which has made it difficult. So anyway, I haven't been wearing my contacts as much as usual, which is why I kept forgetting to do it. But now I have no choice for like 2 weeks till they get the right one in. So anyway, like I said, as I haven't been doing videos as much, but I have definitely been stitching, and I have been buying tons of patterns. And usually I'm kind of like, I like to do just buying a little bit at a time, because when I get a new start, I want to start right then. And so I kind of try to hold myself back, but for whatever reason, I have not been. And I got money for Christmas from my parents and from my husband's parents, and I pretty much just bought stitching stuff. In fact, I don't think I bought anything that wasn't stitching stuff. So I have a lot to show you. I also have I'm trying really hard to not have a ton of new starts, because I want to finish what I've started. And so I started last year with the Stitch 9 challenge to get all 9 done, and I got all but 1 done. And that one was the Heritage Sampler. And I don't know why, but it just has not been calling to me. And so I mean, I got a lot of things finished. I just didn't do that specific one. But I would like to get down so that I only had like one big project that I'm working on plus a ton of little ones. And I have quite a few small patterns, but I have not done them because I always am looking for the next big thing. But I need things, especially in this room that I'm in right now. This is my living room, the more formal room. And I want stuff that I can keep up all year that isn't just seasonal, but I'm always distracted by the seasonal stuff. So I've been trying to focus on that this year. And then yesterday I got distracted again, and I'll show you some of that. But anyway, so let me show you what I have been, let me show you what I've been working on. Oh, first, before I say that, I've been watching a few new Flosstubers, and one of them is crosshatch quilts with Christy. It's so much fun to find new friends on Flosstube and on Instagram and see what they're stitching, and it's fun when they kind of have your same style, and Christy definitely does. So go check her out, crosshatch quilts. I have also, and I discovered, I think this was Thursday that I watched the first one, and it's For the Love of the Stitches, and it's also a mom and daughter, Ashley, and I'll have to look up her name, I'm so sorry, the mom's name. But theirs are really fun too, and they also have kind of a similar style to me, so it's been fun. Now, they have 2 videos, and I've watched them twice because I thought I had missed some things because my kids were loud one of the times. Anyway, so check both of those out, For the Love of the Stitches and Crosshatch Quilts. Okay, one of the new starts that I started this week, I told you we went to Fort Lauderdale, and I had asked before, and I don't remember who recommended it, but somebody had recommended to go to the cross stitch cupboard, and so I did. And I didn't take any stitching on our cruise because I was like, we're celebrating our anniversary, I need to focus on my husband and being together. But I forgot that you have long days at sea, that you don't really have a lot to do besides kind of sit around. And I mean, there's a pool and stuff like that, but we had beach days as well, so I wasn't really in the mood to swim, but it would have been nice. Nice to sit and stitch out outside. But I did buy, this was on our way home, and I thought, well, I've got to have something to do on the plane because it's almost 5 hours on the way home, and I didn't want to just sit. I don't know why plane rides feel so long to me, even when they're just short. They feel so long. So anyway, I bought this one. This is one that I have liked for a long time, the Milk and Cream Co. by Plum Street. I've also been on a Plum Street kick because if you watched Brenda and the Cereal Starter lately, they featured, I can't remember if it was the last one or the one before, 2 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. I know one was Pineberry Lane and one was Plum Street, but they've got me in the mood. So anyway, this is one that they had at the cross stitch cupboard, and I got the stuff and started stitching on the plane. And I want to improve my stitching in hand because I'm really it just doesn't look as good as with the hoop. The stitches just don't look as neat. So I stitched for a little while, but it was kind of a bumpy ride. So I didn't stitch as much, and I don't even remember. Oh, okay, I think this is the top. So I've just got a little bit on that cow. And I actually switched this to Weeks Coal. It calls for black coffee, I believe. And they are out. I know Shepherd's Bush is my LNS, and they just recently got it back in, and it had been out for quite a while. So I assumed that they're just waiting. So I switched to that. That was all I started. I had hoped to get more done on the plane, but like I said, it was a little bit bumpy and I wasn't really sure, and it was getting dark, and I get worried that I'm bothering the people next to me. But I thought that this would be a good one to practice stitching in hand because it has so much to fill in. The grass, the clouds and sky up there, and then the Milk and Cream Co. is surrounded in white. So anyway, I thought this would be good to keep up, even if it's just in the summer, but it really could be all year long. Okay. Oh, the other thing, let me show you quick, that I bought there, And I have a project in mind for this, but it's this, which is called Berkshire Hive. And this is 28 count, and I prefer 32. I'm gonna have to use 2 strands of floss, which I'm not super excited about, but this was the only one that they had. But I really would like more of this to do I cannot remember what it's called. It was a Plum Street one, has a big beehive, and it was a club kit a few years ago, and it was just released this last fall. I should have grabbed it. But I would really like to do that on it if I can find a different cut. I know they had some displayed, but it was a lighter. This is a little bit darker, and then I looked at Shepherd's Bush yesterday, and theirs is almost green. So it must come, I don't know if it comes in different colors or if it was just the dye lot was a little bit changed. I don't know what the deal is, but I would like the lightest color. If anybody knows where I can find it, let me know. What am I showing you? Whips. Okay. Anyway, this one, I actually cannot remember if I showed you or not. I think I did show some of it. But this is, something about a crow. This is a sampler from Blackbird, a Halloween sampler. And I don't have very much done. Again, it was my goal last year to not have any whips hanging over to the next year, any holiday whips. And because I know that when the holiday rolls around, I just want a brand new start. But I didn't finish this. I started working on stitch 9 so I could get it done. So it's something about a crow. Out first cock's crow. That gives me my little hint right there. And it's from the book called Sisters. I think it's called Sisters. Anyway, Halloween sampler coming up. And these are not the called for colors. These are colors from Victorian Moto's, just their fall line that they had out. Not Halloween, just general fall. And I was just choosing from there. The picture of this in the book, they're very light. Well, it has a lighter orange that looks pretty bright in it. And I wanted it a little darker, but not so bright. Okay. My next whip that is carrying over a holiday one. This one like never called to me, so I kind of had to force myself to work on it all month. I really wanted to get it done. I didn't, but I decided on Christmas Day I was putting it away and starting something new. So this is, let's see, can you see all that? Yep, this is the Noel sampler, and I just kind of converted to whatever I had. And I think that's one of the reasons why it did not call to me and I didn't want to work on it very often, because I love it, but it's chartered with DMC and I didn't want to go, there's quite a few colors, I didn't want to go buy them all. So I used what I had, and some of it, I don't know. I mean, I like what I picked, but some things were trial and error. Like I did a little bit, then I unpicked, and then did a little more. But I love, love, love this border going around. And I only have just this last little bottom band, but I have to put it away for a while. And I really hope I'm in the mood to pull it out before next Christmas, because since I did change all my colors, and I didn't necessarily change like one for one color. Some of them I just changed in different places because I thought it looked good there. So I really do need to get back to it so that I don't forget what I was doing. In fact, looking at it, I'm like, I don't even know what I was doing there. But anyway, so Noel sampler. Okay. And then, let's see. I worked a little bit. This was kind of supposed to be my focus piece for this year, or at least the next, until I have it done. But that's not how it's gone, because I've been buying a ton of stash and then I just want to start it right away. But this is Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring, and I realize I'm probably like the only one who's not finished this yet. I don't know why. I love this one. This is like my favorite ever. But I don't know if it's because I feel like there's no end in sight, but I'll work on it and it'll call to me, but I'll work on it for like a day or two and then put it away. I need to like set aside 1 day a week or something to work on it so that I can, because I really do love it and I love to work on it, but I don't work on it as often. Like, I don't work on it like I actually plan on finishing it, but I do plan on finishing it, so I should do it. And I really, again, I love the border. I think my favorite thing about samplers is the border. I just love it. And again, this is Blackbird Designs, Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring. And yeah, okay, I try to fold it slightly different than I did the time before so that it doesn't leave fold marks as much, but whatever. Okay, again, I told you the Heritage Sampler. When I watched Brenda and the Serial Starter, this is the 1 Stitch 9 challenge I didn't get done last year. When I watched Brenda and the Serial Starter and they were talking about Plum Street. This was my only Plum Street whip at the time, and I had to get it out. And I worked on it for like 2 days, and then we left on our trip. So I got done, let's see, I did not have this all the way filled in. I didn't have the white going on the little stripes on the boat. I had my flowers on but not filled in. And I had a little corner up here. I had all the over one, but I just had one little corner that I had left. And then I didn't have this guy or the flag done, or this. So I need to get going and get this done. Again, it's one that I love. I don't know why I don't reach for it as often. But hopefully, I don't know. I don't know why I don't reach for it as often. Like, I kind of am planning, we'll see how I feel on the day, but that on President's Day, so down here is a block and it has Abraham Lincoln and, well, it has the White House and, you know, Purple Mountain Majesty and everything like that. But I plan on President's Day to put President Lincoln in because, you know, what else would I be doing? So I should probably get my other 2 blocks done first. I think that over one stitching kind of puts me off sometimes, and it's not that I don't mind if it's like an individual motif, but I don't like to fill in. If you look, here, why don't I show you this? If you look at this block, you can see it has the over ones here, and then right here is just regular, but around the words, it's filled in, and I don't love the look of it up close. In fact, let's see, up here I did full stitches, and down here I just did 10 stitches around it because I feel like it looks bulky. I just don't love it. So I kind of think that that's what it is, and I know that there's a lot of over one coming, and so I've been avoiding it maybe. That's my philosophy on it. Apparently I need a therapist to let me know why I'm not doing these things, why I'm not pulling it out. So I told you yesterday I got in the mood to do, oh, and I missed one. Okay, just a minute. Yesterday I got in the mood to do St. Patrick's Day. And I bought this little one. I have 1 St. Patrick's decoration total. It's just never been one that I've really cared about. I mean, the leprechaun comes to our kids and leaves them Lucky Charms, but other than that, not really. But so I started this little, I want to say wordplay, and that's not holiday hoopla, and that's what I got done yesterday. So I'm almost done. I mean, you can do it fast, and I didn't stitch for a super long time yesterday. You could probably do it in a night. I kind of want to finish it in a tart pan. We'll see. I've never finished anything in a tart pan, but I really like finishes that are in them. So I kind of want to do a few and figure out how to hang them on my tree for next year. But like I said, I had big plans to stitch a ton of little things this last year, especially at Christmas time, get a lot of ornaments for my trees, and I didn't get to it. Okay, this is also a recent start for Christmas, and this one and the next one, I couldn't decide which one I wanted to stitch more, and so I started on both, which is very rare for me to start 2 in the same week, although I did this week apparently too. This is The Winter is Past by Blackbird, and I'll show you what book it's from in a minute when I show you my stash. And that's all I have done, and I love to start in the middle. I don't like to start in the corner. I feel like it makes me paranoid that I'm not gonna give myself enough room. So this one though, it didn't have the little corner, the little arrows to show you where the middle was. And so I thought, okay, I'll start in the corner. And then I started going and I thought, I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. So I went. I've got like an inch, barely an inch. This is the bottom where it'll start to go across here. I don't know if I can get that framed, if someone will frame it when I take it in. We'll have to see. I don't know what to do. Let me know your thoughts on it. But I love this one. I love the blue in it. It's so much fun to have colors that are, I don't know, they're just different. I don't have any all blue ones. I did change out one color. Oh, they were out of deep sea. And so I used Twilight instead. So the lady at Shepherd's Bush was telling me that it is, it was Tina actually, telling me that it was close to the same color. So that's what I settled for. And then the last thing that I have been working on is this. And this is, that's as far as I have on this side. This is Quaker Handwork by With Thy Needle. And so I guess I have, let's see, another little, I don't know what these things are called, if they're just called motifs or what, but I've got this to finish here. There's a tiny one here, and then some stars here, and then I'll be on to the other side. This is the middle was the bird, so I've got the whole center motif done. Oh, and then I've got to finish filling in this up here. Anyway, I love this one. It's fun to do something totally different than, I've only done one other Quaker before, and it was a little Thanksgiving one, but it's kind of fun to work on. Still something that's an everyday thing, but a different style than the other things I've been working on. Okay, I will show you my haul, and then I'll show you what I've finished. Okay, one thing I have discovered, I can't remember if I showed you last time, but I got the fall box from, or the Halloween box from Color and Cotton, and they had, inside of it was this wax, and I never really thought I needed to use wax or anything like that, but because it was free and in this little box, I did, and I love it. It makes it so easy to thread my needle, and I actually, so I started using it and was threading the whole thing because I feel like it doesn't tingle as much. And sorry, I had my feet on my little table on the bottom, and I think it's shaking the camera. Anyway, but I love using it, and I think it makes it not tingle as much. But then I was cleaning if you guys saw my sewing room, it's such a mess. And we have in our house, it was our old laundry room. And we had a little flood, I guess you'd say. We came home one day and there was water on the floor down there. And it's right below where our kitchen sink was before we remodeled our house. And so the insurance wouldn't pay for anything because they said it was a maintenance issue, but what had happened was a pipe in the walls between the kitchen sink and this laundry room was slowly leaking. And the plumber even said, this is ridiculous. In order to find the leak, you would have had to have tore into your walls to find where the leak was to see if it would make sure there wasn't a leak. And we didn't know. He said probably every time the sink turned on, it was dripping just a little bit. Had probably been doing it for years and years. Before we even bought the house, and then it had just built up over time. So ever since then, because our insurance didn't pay for it, we did what we had to do to stop the leak, but it was kind of a dungeon of a room anyway, but also we had a lot of things we wanted to do to the house, and it just wasn't our priority because it was our laundry room, and anyway, just not our priority. But it does have a big, like an island size counter, like a kitchen island size counter, and a sewing desk. So anyway, I loved it when we bought the house because of that. But we decided, so we have 6 bedrooms on our 2nd floor. So when we remodeled our house, we put a laundry room upstairs. So we have like main floor, upstairs, basement. So we put it up there because we don't have any bedrooms in our basement. Put the laundry up there. So now it's just my sewing room. Well, I've decided I can't handle that floor anymore. I feel like I'm in a dungeon when I'm in there, and it just needed to be organized and cleaned out. So I've been painting the cabinets down there. And while I was cleaning everything out, I found this, which is, I think it's called Thread Heaven. It doesn't have a, oh, it does say Thread Heaven right here on the back. I love it. And I've been using the wax to do my tip and then doing this on the rest of it. I don't remember buying it. I don't remember what I had used it for or if I even used it at all. It wasn't in the package, but it was in a little bag with some stuff that I appliqued, but I don't remember using it for that or at all or buying it. But I love it and I'm hooked now. It makes it feel like silky smooth when I'm pulling my floss through. I love it. So if you haven't tried it, I try it. And it makes it, I feel like it doesn't knot as much, and when I pull a little bit to get the knot out, it usually just comes right out. Doesn't create a bigger knot. Anyway, so I saw a meme that said you never know what you have until you clean your sewing room. 100% true. Okay, this one I may have showed last time, but I'm gonna show it again because I feel like this was a fantastic find that somebody on Instagram told me about. But I was looking for Blackbird's Summer Jubilee, and of course it's in a magazine that's out of print. I did actually finally find a brand new one, and it came from China or something on Etsy, and it was like, I think it was like $18 or something. Well, of course, the next day after I got that, I found out that Just Cross Stitch magazine has these collections, and they're all, I think it starts in like 83, goes till 90, then 90 to 2001, and then I can't wait because next year I plan on getting the 2010 or 2011 to this year, through this year. So I think this was like $45, and it has all of the Just Cross Stitches. So this is tons and tons of patterns. So $45 is actually really cheap for that. So it has that Summer Jubilee that I wanted. But the reason why I decided, even after I had found the magazine, was because I knew that there were other things that I had seen that I wanted in this whole thing, and it was gonna be cheaper that way. So I will be doing a giveaway with that magazine eventually. I'm not sure when. I kind of want to wait till I have more subscribers, and then I'll do it. But so if you've been looking for Summer Jubilee, make sure you're subscribed. But anyway, this is so much fun. It has all of the Christmas issues, has every issue during those years. So the regular monthly issues, the Halloween issue with the ornaments, the Christmas one with the ornaments, and it's so much fun. And these older ones, I feel like have more of the big name designers than the current issues have. So it's fun. There's a Blackbird. I have not looked through all of them yet. I've looked through quite a few, but there's like a Blackbird ornament for each Christmas, and anyway, it's really fun. So anyway, if you've been looking for a pattern that was in Just Cross Stitch, try there. I know that they do have one that is part of this decade, but it's not. I think it may go to 2018, and I believe it's a little cheaper. So I'm not sure. I found that it's on 123 Stitch was where I found it. I couldn't see if you could just order it from their site or not. I looked and I didn't. When I looked at back issues, it was like issues that were just a couple years old. Okay, I have been taking Brenda and Lara from Brenda and the Serial Starter very seriously, and buying like all of the Blackbirds that I see. So I love this one, and like I said, I've been looking at everyday things, or things that I can leave out every day. So here's this one. I think this would be cute in a little tart. I'm obsessed with the tarts, yet I don't have any, but I plan on it. And if anybody knows of a great tutorial, then let me know, because I found Vonna, the Twisted Stitchers, I found hers, but it's not a video. But it looks like it could be good, and it might be good. But I might need to see the video and have somebody telling me what to do out loud, step by step, whatever. Oh, I should tell you, one of these things I accidentally ordered twice. and I'm not going to tell you which one because it's going to be a giveaway when I get to 500 subscribers. So I won't tell you which one it is, but I had ordered it online, and it was the one that I wanted, but I didn't want to, you know, pay shipping for just one pattern. So I had bought like 3 things at the same time. And I never got a confirmation from it, a confirmation email from it. And then I didn't get a shipping one. So I thought it just hadn't gone through. And we didn't get a thing saying it had gone through on our account, anything like that. So I tried to order it again, and the one that I wanted the most was not on there. Was not on wasn't listed at all anymore. So I thought maybe they'd gone through and saw that they didn't have it and canceled the whole thing. I couldn't figure it out. Then a couple days later, after I had reordered it from somewhere else, it showed up. I'd been charged, but I still never got those emails. So I have the pattern twice, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but when I get to 500 subscribers, I will give it away for a giveaway. So make sure to like this, to share it on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. Tell your friends about it, and when I get more subscribers, we'll give it away. And then, like I said, I will give the Summer Jubilee magazine away probably at 1,000 subscribers. Okay, the rest of the haul. This one I got from my husband for Christmas. I loaded up my cart at 123 Stitch and said, choose some to give me. So this is a fun little small one that I have loved. And I'm excited to do that one. This one, I told you I have been redoing my little sewing room downstairs. Hopefully my husband can get the flooring in next weekend, and I want to finish painting and then have him do the flooring. And then I can move everything back in. But I plan to put all of my stitches about sewing, my cross stitches about sewing down there. I don't stitch down there because I like to stitch when I'm with my family, like watching TV or whatever. But I do sew a lot down there, and I'll keep all of my craft supplies down there, which I kind of do now anyway. But so this is Needleworker Sampler, and I saw someone stitching it last year, and I love it. This house is kind of different. It's cute, but it's kind of different than the typical houses you see in cross stitch. I think they're kind of all very similar. This one's different. It says, all my scattering moments are taken up with my needle, which is pretty much true, because whenever I don't have anything to do for a second, or while I'm waiting for dinner to cook, or while I'm monitoring my kids' computer usage while they're doing their homework or whatever, I'm sitting next to them stitching. Okay, this was the other one that I bought recently when I started going crazy. This is Pineberry Lane Little Shamrocks, and there's 4 little pillows. Don't ever know how well you guys can see it on there. I also bought one from Sub Rosa. If you have not seen her things, check them out on Etsy. I believe the only place you can buy them is from her Etsy shop, but I'm not sure, and they're downloadable patterns. So I bought one of her little, I just think it says Happy St. Patrick's Day. Anyway, I can't remember what it's called, but she's got a lot of really cute patterns. Okay, this is The Winter Is Past, and I already showed you my start on it. That's where we are, and I've loved this one since last year. I don't think I'd ever seen it until then, but I just love it. And it'll go perfectly. As you can see, I'm sitting on a blue chair. I've got a lot of blue in this room. This is Liberty House from Brenda, and I love, love, love this one. So fun. And this one actually is not very big. It's 100 by 130 stitches. So it's kind of small. It's just so cute. It's one of the older ones. In fact, I think that one is what I ordered with the one that I couldn't find, or the one that I thought didn't send. And then I was very sad too because I didn't have that one. Okay, this is Spring Delivery by Brenda. I love this one. I've got to start on this one soon so I can have it done and up for Easter. And this one, going along with my blue kick that I have been on, is a vintage inspiration. And so this has, I think it has something besides those. Just a second. Oh, it's got this big sampler as well. So I'm really loving the Blackbird books because I'll see, like last year when Ooh La La came out, I bought it and there were things that I was like, oh, okay, that's okay, but these are my favorite ones. But then I've seen other people stitch them and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't even notice I had that. And I do, and because the pictures just don't do it justice. And then I'll see somebody else doing it and I've got to start right this second. Okay, I bought this one. This is Hats Off to Uncle Sam, right? Yes, Hats Off to Uncle Sam. I'm not sure if I will finish it. I probably won't do the hat thing, but I'll do either this. I've never finished as a drum, but I think they're cute, or else put it in a tart or an ornament. Who knows? I haven't even stitched it yet and I'm making plans. I mean, really, this is how my brain works. I just start. I want to do everything this minute. Okay, then I bought this one and I bought it for just these little flowers. And I started this and my burlap, it calls for burlap for this tree and down here, and it looks super, super brown. So I pulled that out and down to, I didn't even show it to you because I think all I left was the lining on the basket because I had all up here. I'd started to do one of these and I had put it like, I kind of think I based it off. I just put it way too far over. It just was ridiculous. I pretty much unpicked the whole thing and then I was frustrated and haven't done anything with it since. Oh, here's a bigger picture. There you go. Anyway, I think it's so pretty and yet again, could keep it all year, match perfectly in my living room. Got frustrated with it and started again. So I don't love the sampler that's in here. I just don't really like it that much. So I don't know that I will do that, but I love this one. And maybe one day I'll do, it's the people that I don't like. Maybe one day I'll do the house and figure something else out, a tree or something where the people are. Anyway. Okay, oh, the witching it. Oh, When Witches Go Riding is what it's called, by the Prairie Schooler. I love this one, and I must have seen somebody doing it, and that's why I started doing it, or why, I don't know. I liked it for a long time. Actually, did somebody tell me it was out of print? I don't remember, because I usually buy in season, but for whatever reason, I bought this now, and I don't remember why, but I do love it. I plan on doing it. Okay, this Prairie Schooler I bought for this little one. I love that the Prairie Schoolers come with the little ornaments plus the main pattern, but I really love this one. I'm not sure if I will do the other part. We'll see. I think it's cute. I bought it for this little one, and I kind of want to put it on this fabric. I wish, like I said, that this were not so greeny. But that's what they had on it. So they had this stitched on that fabric at this cross stitch cover, but it was a lighter. It was like almost a, I don't know, probably like a cream colored or something. And this is a little more green. And like I said, the one that Shepherd's Bush has is darker. She said she had called them to see what was going on and stuff like that too, but whatever. Okay, this one is Summer Harvest by Blackbird. I love this one too. It's kind of similar to the Summer Jubilee, but without a flag and a lot of other different things. But anyway, I really love it. Fun summer stitch, and it's not that big either. I want to say, let's see. Yeah, 173 by 65, so it's long, but it's not tall. Again, I've seen a ton of people stitching this. It's Spring Fever by Blackbird and blue. Like I said, I'm on a blue kit. Sorry, I just had everything fall off my table. This one, Home for Christmas by Plum Street. This one I bought just before Christmas, knowing that I wouldn't have time to stitch it, but I have loved it since it was, I think it was a Dying to Stitch club piece. And I loved it and was sad that I didn't join. But anyway, I love it and bought it when it came out so that I could do it. This was another one that they had. I thought that would be a cute tree ornament. I think they have it, yeah, they have it on a box here. So anyway, super fun. My husband also gave me this one from 123 that I had put in my cart. And I love this one as well. This is Stacy Nash Fresh Pick Pin Keep. And I love the strawberry. I'm really into the little strawberries people make and put on, hang on their finished pieces. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. This one looks like it's like wax or something, I don't know. I know that they had it at Shepherd's Bush for a while and I thought it was cute but wasn't sure what I would do with it, and now I've seen all these people using them and think, well, why didn't I buy that? It's probably not in compliance because I didn't buy it when I saw it. Who knows? Okay, another thing I found, now I'm going to show you my finishes. So another thing that I found as I was cleaning out my basement was this stitch I did a long time ago, probably pre-2003. My oldest was born in 2003, and I think by the time he was born, I was doing more embroidery than cross stitch. So this was when, I believe this is Bent Creek, and I realize it has tape on it. This was in a homemade frame. This is, I think, so I was like 25 when my oldest was born. So this was before then. So I had barely turned 25 when he was born. So think my husband still in college and me teaching elementary school. We didn't make very much money, and this is on linen. I don't know what, but that's why we had the homemade frame. But and I think I thumbtacked it into the back, and the frame is broken, and or was, I'm sure it's thrown away by now. Anyway, so I used to tape my edges. Don't worry, I have been severely punished. But Halloween one by, I believe, Bent Creek. I need to refinish it and anyway, get that back up for this year. None of these that I'm going to show you are actually fully finished because some of them I don't know what to do with. Some of them require a sewing machine that is in my non-functional sewing room right now, but I've got to figure out something because I've got to make a 50 skirt, or not a 50, well, a 50 skirt, but a poodle skirt for my 10-year-old by Thursday when she has to have 50s day at school. So I've got to figure out some kind of makeshift sewing area. What I'll probably end up doing is having my husband haul my 50-pound sewing machine up to the kitchen table, which I am perfectly capable of doing, but I just don't want to, so I'm gonna have him do it. Anyway, I think I showed you guys this. I need to figure out this one. This is Midnight Ride by Blackbird, and I've got to, like, I could do a whole little stitch there, so I've got to figure out what I'm doing with that. Anyway, I had a pile of things that needed to be finished downstairs on my table, but then when I pulled everything out to remodel, I had to bring it up here. So I do think I've showed you that one, but whatever. Then I did this one at Christmas as well. There's that. 'Tis the Season from Home for the Holidays, and I did it in French, but I did red instead of, it called for white, and I wanted it to show up just a little better. So, and I believe this is Tin Roof, and then the colors are Victorian Moto conversion. So, and as you can see, I have not ironed any of these things because guess where my iron is? In my craft room, sewing room. It's all the same room. Anyway, that one I think I'm gonna have framed. I don't think I could find a frame that goes with that. This one is just a tiny one. This is one of, I believe it's Hands-On Designs freebies for Valentine's. And I wanted to do the other one, and I had planned to start it right after I did this tiny one, but I really hate this fabric. This is 32 count mystery fabric. It almost feels like the old Weeks. However, it's super, super stiff, and I don't remember the old weeks that I stitched on being that stiff. I just found this and thought it would work well, and I sure have enough of it. But it is like, it almost feels like a screen on your window, like a window screen. My kids just turned the TV up really loud. Anyway, I might just take one for the team and do the other one. Or since I haven't finished this and Valentine's Day is this week, or I haven't fully finished this, and like I said, it's sketchy as to how I'm gonna get that poodle skirt sewing done. I don't know that I will do the other one this year. I just plan on making this into a little pillow. Okay, my big thing that I've gotten done since Christmas. Well, I started this on Christmas Day. My husband gave me the pattern and all of the stuff for it for Christmas. I started it on Christmas night and I finished a couple weeks ago. But is Anna Grader, and I have not framed this yet. I would like, if I can find a frame that will fit, I would like to just do it myself, but we'll see. It's bigger, I want to say it's like 10 3/4 instead of, so it won't fit in 8 by 10, but it's a little bit smaller than 11 by 14. So I haven't framed it yet. I probably won't end up taking it in. We'll see. I also don't like to frame things that have the straight lines like this because it stresses me out trying to get it not a wavy line instead. My husband is actually way better at that than me, so sometimes I might see if he can do it. The one thing that I don't love about this is, so this called for, I used the called for colors. And at the moment I can't remember, oh, Country Redwood I think was the red. Well, in the picture, it looks way lighter than this. I feel like you can hardly see her name in there. If I get really close, you can see the words, tell what they say. But it was a little bit tough. And then this, the fabric is, I believe it's called Parchment, and it's from Color and Cotton from the 4th of July box that we got. Anyway, I don't know that it's available in her regular line, but it's 32 count. I did change out, I don't remember what the call for was, but I tried, it was maybe eggshell or something. So I tried, it was too light and it didn't look like I did anything. You can kind of see right in there, I used it still. And I used it on the flower, or on the strawberry seeds, but I did Pebble instead because you could not even see them. I took it into Shepherd's Bush and said, help me. And they gave me suggestions for what they would use there because it was so light. So this is kind of like a light gray, but it doesn't look like a blank letter like it did before. So anyway, that is my most recent finish. And I have nothing on the horizon, almost done, except for that holiday hoopla. Anyway, I'm hoping I can get back and do these more frequently. And anyway, I just love seeing what everybody else is watching, and I love to watch while I'm stitching. I just have not been doing it lately, or I've been watching, I just have not been doing my own floss tubes. So, my Instagram name is The Silver Scissor Sews, and like and share this, and we can do a giveaway. What else? Yeah, anyway, like and share it, leave comments, let me know what you're stitching, and I always want to know other people's Instagram names and Flosstube names if you have one, so that I can make sure that I am also following you. It's just so fun to see what everybody's stitching. It's expensive to see what everybody's stitching because then I want it too, especially if they have laws to live by. Then I feel like I have to, I can't break a law. But yeah, let me know how things are going. Whatever, I just love to hear from you. Let me know, and make sure you're subscribed so we can do that giveaway. I'll see you later. Bye.